It's airtime. Hey, Kathy, how are ya? I have the baby microphones, the twins. I like these little things. It's amazing how sensitive they are for little itty bitty dipsy doodle microphones. They are ultra sensitive. I think I'm going to use these kind of on a semi regular basis. I really like the way, well, believe me, they weren't cheap. I think are they Sennheiser? What I do with my flashlight? Ah, Jesus. Oh, they're Behringers. Oh, they're Behringers. Behringer makes a hell of a product. I've got a Behringer mixer. Matter of fact, I don't know why. I know why I stopped using it because I got my buddy give me that USB mixer and I really don't care for it. And the Runbow is here. Let's get started. Broadcasting. Oops. Broadcasting. Live from downtown Cleveland, it's station WDWL TV. And I am the grumpy old man, and we are a production of Grumpy Vulture Productions. No bow. So, how's everybody? Almost lost my train of thought. Like, sew a button on your shirt. Oh, all right, tablet, get out of the way. There, you stay over there. Yeah, I was going through the microphones, and these were on the bottom shelf. I forgot I even put them there. Pardon me. Uh, Aardvark in my throat. And I was like, these are expensive little microphones. Let's give them a try again tonight. And I did a little bit of a sound check earlier because there's adjustments on you have basically plus, and then you have what would be neutral or minus, and it basically adjusts the audio. So I was clicking back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and then I got it to the point where I was like, oh, this sounds good. in the kitchen. Oh, does that mean I have to put an apron on? Snatch time. Well, Ron, if you're going in the kitchen, you have to share with all of us. I'm sure your mother taught you to share with others. We're waiting. Like he's going to reach through the. I'm going to see a hand come out with a ham sandwich. You would think, with all the modern technology, they could come up with a TV set where basically if a Checkers Rallies commercial's on and there's a big burger there, you could just reach out and grab it. Speaking of Checkers and Rallies, we've got Rallies up here. I don't know where Checkers are. It's the same company, two names. They've got that pretzel pleaser or something. It's a pretzel bun with two big nice beef patties on it and all the fixins and an order of fries and a drink for $5. I was really tempted. I think of this after I put dinner in the crock pot. Now, I could once it was done, I could very easily have let it cool and had it for tomorrow. Because I was like, oh, that burger looks good. And I've got a Rally's not more than 5 minutes from me. And for $5, I could get two of them. That way I'd have two burgers, two fries, two drinks. Only problem is I can't go through the drive-thru because I can't open my fucking window yet. I could open the door, but that's a pain in the ass. I have no problem walking in to place an order. I don't know what your Checkers look like if you guys are in the Checkers area, but there's a walk-up counter in the front of the building. And it's about 4 foot wide and, maybe 8 foot. It's not made to eat in. It's made to place an order in and you step aside and you wait. I have no problem. I don't have to go through the drive-thru. I can walk. Let your fingers do the walking into Checkers or Rallies. I'll tell you, I really like Rallies. I really do. I like their burgers. There isn't too much I don't like. And there's always a deal. There's always a deal. If it's not advertised on TV, it'll be on the sign. There have been many times I'm driving by, I'm like, whoa, two big Bufords for $5. Hang a U-turn. Oh, yeah, and It is, Kathy. It's a real pain in the ass to open your door at the drive-through. So, I mean, I'm not an invalid. I have no problem walking up. Not to mention, I hate talking into them squawk boxes. Not to mention, I'd have to open the door to talk into the squawk box. And ours always sounds like, welcome, reality, take your order. Huh? Welcome, reality, take your order. What? Welcome, reality, take your order. Do you want my order? Yeah. Okay, I'll have two big Bufords, a large order of fries, and a sweet tea, no ice. It's you want to what? I'll pull up to the window. And you pull up to the window, and the guy's got the microphone halfway down his throat. So I would rather walk in, have a person right in front of me, place my order. You want two of the pretzel pusher combos? Yep. That'll be $10. Here you go. I'll be waiting right over here. And they are quick. It's like you no sooner place your order, here's your food. The speaker always sounds like shit at my rallies. Always. I think they deliberately put a crappy one in when they built the store. They're like, hey, we got this big, beautiful building here. Here's this old shitty speaker we got off a 1947 fire engine. Stick that in a box. You pull up. What? I can't understand a fucking thing you're saying. I'll pull up to the window. Thank you. Then they're all insulted, you know. Although when you get up to the window and they open the window, they sound the same way. Here's my $10. I already know that's what I owe you. Have a nice day. Give me my food. Thank you. I hate drive-thrus. I hate them. Although, now, yeah, on TV, a burger isn't going to look like shit. But that pretzel bun burger, oh my God, it looks delicious. The two all beef patties and the cheese running down the side and I mean you get the burger. order fries and a drink, $5. I'll get two. And I like their fries. They've got them spicy fries. I've always liked Rally's fries because McDonald's fries are getting a little crummy. McDonald's back in the day had the best fries on earth. Because I have already, like, say McDonald's has two Big Macs for $5. I don't need a drink because I have drinks. So I'll get the two Big Macs, and then I'll drive right next door to Rally's and get a jumbo order of their fries. Because they're side by side. You got McDonald's here, Rally's here. I mean, the only reason I would get the drink is because it comes with the meal. But that burger not only looks good, it sounds good. Maybe tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow night. That sounds tasty. Oh, you noticed too, Kathy? Their fries, ever since they changed cooking oil, their fries no longer are top notch. They went to some new cooking oil, and their fries just. I even told my high school buddy who owns 3 McDonald's. I said, Pete, your McDonald's French fries suck. And he says, yeah, we have a lot of complaints. You know, we're using a better, healthier oil. Talk about an oxymoron. French fries. Healthy oil? You're eating fried potato. It's supposed to have less calories and be better for you, and they ruined the fries. They literally ruined the fries. McDonald's was known for their outstanding French fries. Although, when they went to pre-cut frozen, their the flavor of their fries changed. Because I remember when there used to be a little booth like in the front of the building, and you would watch the kid literally hand cutting the French fries. There'd be he'd have a big bucket underneath, and he'd put a potato in, whack, whack, whack. They used to hand cut the fries right before your eyes. And then they went to pre-cut frozen. And they were still good. And then they went to the healthy deep fryer oil. And then the fries suck. They literally suck. I say a lot of times my burgers at McDonald's, and I'll go next door and get my French fries from Rally's because I like their spicy fries. Or they call them seasoned. Either way, I love them. I love Rally's French fries. Or whatever area of the country you're in, Checkers. The same company. Matter of fact, oh God, back in the 70s, we had Rallies on the west side and Checkers on the east side. I'm like, I thought they were two separate. I was like, oh, I'll try them one day. And I pull in and I'm looking at the menu, Big Buford. I'm like, it says Checkers on the building. The girl was like, yeah. I said, well, you got the same menu as my Rallies. She said, yeah. She goes, I don't know why they do it, but yeah, your Rallies on the west side and we're Checkers on the east side. And then next thing you know, everything was Rallies. Off come the checker sign. There, Rallies. Yeah, Ron's in the kitchen making fillet mignon right now. Yeah, I don't know where the cutoff is because, like I said, we used to have Checkers, and then the Checkers name came off the building, and they're all Rallies. It's the same company. Why in one area it's Checkers and why in one area it's Rallies? It makes no sense. Either all Checkers or all Rallies. Like McDonald's. I guess it's what people are used to. They're like, oh, our Checkers is now a Rallies. I'm not going to eat there. The food is different. Same. All the same. But that pretzel pusher, or I can't remember what they call it, pretzel pusher or pretzel packer, that $5 meal, and the burger looks wonderful. I just might do that tomorrow. You say it's only 5 minutes from here. Drive up to 150th, pull in the parking lot, walk in, place my order, and walk back out with my food. To clarify that. Not to mention, now every fast food place has raised prices, but Rally's runs more specials, like this $5 meal deal. They're always running something. I remember the one day that I can't remember what they call their chicken fillet sandwich. They were two for $5. Now I'm not a big chicken person, But I was like, I got a taste for chicken. I pulled in, I got two sandwiches for $5, and like I say, I have my drink at home. Matter of fact, I think what I did that night was I got the two chicken sandwiches, and I had a bag of tater tots in the freezer. So I threw a bunch of tater tots in the air fryer. I had my Rally's chicken burgers, tater tots, and ginger ale. So that might be tomorrow's dinner. I think after the show tomorrow, I'll just buzz up the street to Checkers and get me two of them specials and make a pig of myself. But I like their burgers. I really do. I don't know. They season them a certain way. I really like the flavor of their burgers. No, I don't have a ninja. It's a DeLonghi or DeLonghi or however you pronounce it. The DeLonghi, DeLonghi. It works. They're all basically made the same company anyway. They're made in the same factory in China. They just, what are we gonna call this one? Hop Fu. Okay, that's like they've been running these air conditioner specials for your house, and they're offering 0% financing and so on, and they're showing the air conditioners, and they're made in China. Topco. Who the hell ever heard of Topco? I can't think of the other one. I mean, you have American company Bryant. Bryant. Yeah, Topco. You can get these for 0% financing right now. They take the box off. Topco. Chinese knockoff air conditioner. Although, yeah, Train is another one. Nothing stops a train. Yeah, Bryant, Train. I'm trying to think of the other big name. Ream. Yeah, around here we've got Bryant, Train, Ream. We've got four big names in this area. Who the hell ever heard of Topco? How the hell did they get in your apartment? They break in, carrier. There it is. Thanks, Ron. Yeah, carrier. God, carrier is a big name around here. They stole your cat. What'd they do? Break into your apartment? Stole your dining room table and chairs? Who the hell with the dining room table and chairs? Goddamn, steal my cat. I'll come after you with my Taurus 9mm. It'll be a little Western justice. How'd they get in? Do you have one of them goddamn sliding? I hate them sliding doors. No matter how you lock them. Matter of fact, I had a when I was living in Lakewood, there was a kid who was known to break into houses. And I called him over one day and I said, show me how you're going to get in to my sliding door. It's locked. Now, I didn't have a bar. You know, they tell you to put a bar. He lifted up on the handle and the latch came right out of the lock. And he opened that door right up. He said, locking them don't mean shit. You have to put a bar. Because with a bar, even if they jimmy it, they can't get it open. Although, them sliding doors will come up out of the track. He said if you force it enough, it'll come up out of the track. At that point, I took, and oh, was I nervous? I drilled 3 holes and I put grade 8 bolts that went through the one door and up against. Although, if they popped it, I'll tell you what, I never trusted that sliding door again after he told me, he said, oh, they're a piece of cake to get into. Because the lock is nothing more than a little latch. That's all it is. A little, you know, you got the rod inside and the little thing goes, so they lift up on the door. God, I remember growing up, we didn't even have a key for our house. We would go away, leave all the fucking windows open. We didn't have a key because we had one of them old skeleton keys, and my father broke it. And he was too lazy to go up to the key shop and get another one made. Christ, he left his keys in his car. He'd pull in the driveway, shut the ignition off, and Nowadays, Jesus Christ, you got to have 47 alarms and a steering wheel lock and a shifter lock, and that's why I like my manual transmissions. Like one day at the gas station, I left a truck running, and the cop says to me, he says, "Hey, you know your truck's running out there." I said, "Yeah." Aren't you afraid somebody will steal it? I says, "No, I've got the best anti-theft device in the world on it." He said, "What's that?" I said, "It's a manual transmission." I said, "You goddamn stupid kids nowadays don't know how to drive them." Plus, I was standing there with the steering wheel in my hand. Because I have a quick release. I take the steering wheel off. I have 4 different steering wheels. I swap them out, you know. I I uh, I saw this beautiful leather and wood grained steering wheel, and I was like, man, that would look great on the Passat. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to go through that headache of buying a quick release kit. And it was real wood. It was beautiful. Oh my God. Yeah, it was. It looked like mahogany, and it had medium gray leather inserts. Absolutely beautiful steering wheel. But too much bother. Because you have to get a steering wheel adapter that goes on the hub, and foreign cars are always a pain in the ass. I would have loved to have that though. And it was on sale, 50% off. I'll I'll email you a picture of it. It's beautiful. Oh my God. It would look so nice in that car. But you gotta buy the hub adapter, then you gotta buy the quick release. Maybe in the spring. Maybe in the spring I'll buy it. I've spent enough money in repairs right now. Ugh. I don't need to be buying wood grain and leather insert steering wheels. Matter of fact, Kathy, I'll send you the sight. This guy must have 200 different steering wheels, and they're all oh beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. That one caught my eye, and I was like, "Oh God, would that look? Oh, it would look beautiful in the car. It really would." I'll have to save up some money. the The funds are just about depleted. Thank God Ryan's gonna put the clutch fan on for free. That's the last thing I need. Get that clutch fan changed out, and I'll be good to go finally. Then all I have to do is get the title for it, and then I can order my official WDWL TV Ohio plates, the real ones, not the one I ordered off of eBay. Yeah, when I get the real plates, matter of fact, before I put them on the car, I'll hang it up here for a couple of days. Is what was it last week? Last week or 2 weeks ago, there was a WWS TV news car in the parking lot up at the shopping center. I saw that plate. I was like, oh, the WDWS TV. I was like, that's what my plate will look like. As a matter of fact, it was WWS TV 7. They must have a whole shitload of them. Because in Ohio, you can have a total of 7, a combination of 7 letters or numbers. That must have been news car number 7. But it looked impressive. I was like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to have my official license plate on the facade. Oh, Kathy, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. If you catch my drift. Did Ron tell us what he was making for dinner? If he did, I forgot already. What's for dinner tonight, Ron? If you say chicken, I don't know if he answered. Or did I even bother to ask him? When he said he was going in the kitchen, I know I told him bring enough for all of us. But I don't think we asked him what he was making. Yeah, I could get historical plates for the Passat. The major problem is with historical plates. Now, you only pay a one-time fee, and they're good for 50 years. Historical plates are basically, it's spelled out, the vehicle can only be driven like to and from parades or cruise ins or special occasions. It's not for daily drivers. Now, there are a couple of people here in the neighborhood, like there's a guy who's got a Fox Body Mustang a couple streets over. He's got historical plates on it, and he drives it every day. The whole thing is, if you get stopped, you can get cited, and then basically, this once the state finds out that you are daily driving that vehicle, they take the plates back. Oh, we're having a little beef tonight. All right. What kind of rice? Basmati, sushi rice, wild rice, long grain rice, short grain rice. Yeah, I remember back, when I was a little kid, you had you go to the grocery store and you had rice. Now you've got basmati rice and akatumi rice and sushi rice and this kind of rice and that kind of yellow rice, brown rice, blue rice, beef rice. Oh, Ron, you're losing your marbles, buddy. Yeah, minute rice, boil in a bag rice, microwave rice. God, well, it's like cereal. Back when I was a little kid, you had like cornflakes. That was it. You had your choice: Kellogg's cornflakes, Post cornflakes, cornflakes, or oatmeal. Those were your two breakfast choices. Or farina. You had cornflakes, farina, oatmeal. That was it. Now you walk in a store and there's a 60-foot aisle of every cereal imaginable. Matter of fact, when I was at Mark's the other day, the woman in front of me had that goddamn goofy Kellogg's, what the hell's the name? Muesli cereal. Mueslix. I was like, I didn't think anybody ate that shit. She ate it, but it was like back in the day. Remember, Kathy, there were like 3 laundry detergents. That was it. Now, 560 different laundry detergents. Remember when the disc detergent came out? I think it was called Salvo. It looked like a hockey puck. That detergent didn't last long. It looked like a hockey puck. Throw it in the washer. Clink. I think it was called Salvo. Because my mother used to use Oxidol. My grandmother used borax. 20 mule team borax. But yeah, I remember when that Salvo came out. A laundry hockey puck. Because back in the day you had like Oxidol, Cheer, Tide, and that was about it. I think there were only like 3 different detergents. Now there's 567 different ones, and each one has 362 different scents. I want to gag when I walk down the detergent aisle between the all the scents coming out of the detergent boxes and the fabric softener, and oh god, it's overpowering. And then on one side will be the detergent and the fabric softener, and on the other side of the aisle is all the cleaning products. You walk down the aisle and the smell hits you in the face like a fist. Drift. Oh, God, yes. My mother used to wash diapers in it and baby clothes. That was the only thing she used Drift for. There weren't that many back in the 50s, Ron. At least not in the grocery store we went to. There were like three or four. If they didn't have what you were looking for, you went somewhere else, I guess. Yeah, there was Oxidol, Tide, Cheer, Drift, and Borax. That was it. And one kind of bleach. Bleach. Now you got lemon scented bleach and raspberry scented bleach and strawberry scented bleach, tropical fruit bleach. There was a woman, she was all pissed off the other day at Dollar Tree because she had tropical fruit laundry detergent. Awesome. Awesome was the laundry detergent they have. Awesome. And then she had the matching dryer sheets, and they didn't have the tropical fruit bleach. She was like, damn it. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there was like tropical, yeah, tropical fruit or something. The only problem is your laundry don't come out smelling like tropical fruit. I don't understand why they have all these different flavors. The only time your laundry would be smelling like tropical fruit is if you use the fabric softener. Oh shit, ivory snow. I forgot about ivory snow. No, our supermarket didn't have Breeze or Does or Trend. They only had like three or four. Maybe it's all. Well, it wasn't a big store. Oh, I use those, Kathy. I use the Sentis before I hit start on the washer. I put the Sentis in because I have uh, lavender. I have lavender Sentis, and I have lavender dryer sheets. I don't have lavender detergent, but I have the lavender Sentis. I put them in, start the washer, And then when I put the clothes in the dryer, I put my lavender dryer sheets in. And, you know, my shirt don't smell like lavender scent. I'm trying to think of, I bought some bar soap at Dollar Tree. What the hell is the name of this shit? Dollar Tree's got all kinds of weird. What the hell's the name of that bar soap I bought? They're little oval bars. Matter of fact, you can see through them. Almost. I can't remember the name of them. Oh, now it's driving me crazy. What the hell did I buy? Hang on. Let me go look real quick. I never heard of it. Oh, 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 oh. Oops. Almost got hung up on the wires. Pears. Never heard of pears. You ever hear of pears? Bar soap? What flavor is it? Pears transparent soap. Mint extract. Pears transparent soap with mint extract. It says it established in 1807. I never heard of it. Is it U.S.? Made in India. Oh, Unilever. Manufactured by Hindustan Unilever Limited. U.S. office in Lodi, New Jersey. Pears. Yeah, it says 1807. I never heard of it. I'm walking down the aisle. I was like, oh, I got to get some bar soap. And I see this. I was like, transparent soap? Oh, cool. So I bought a couple. It was between pears and English lavender. I was like, that's kind of taking it a little far. That's what I said, Ron. It's enough to gag you when you're walking down the detergent aisle. And then what makes it worse is that on one side is all detergent and fabric softener, and then the other side is all the cleaning products. It's enough to make you gag. Matter of fact, at Mark's, I avoid that aisle completely. I cannot walk down that aisle. I walk down that aisle and I start sneezing. That's why I buy my laundry detergent at Dollar Tree. Well, that and because I'm cheap. Hey, for the amount of laundry I do, I get that, that small bottle for $1.25. OxyClean I got. I got OxyClean laundry detergent and pear soap. Yeah, I got lavender scent OxyClean and lavender scent dryer sheets. Although I don't know why I'm still buying dryer sheets. I've got that fancy dispenser on my new washer, and I keep forgetting. You pull a little drawer out, laundry detergent here, fabric softener here, close the drawer, bleach goes over here. Yeah, I don't know. I did it again. I bought dryer sheets, and I've got this fancy. Because I used to hate waiting for the rinse cycle. Then you have to run downstairs and pour a cap full of fabric softener in. Now I've got the little drawer. Detergent here, fabric softener here, close the drawer. And if I need to add bleach, there's that little dispenser in the front corner. There you go. And then before I close the lid, I put the Senties in. And close the lid, push start. You hear the lid lock, snap. And then the washer does the crazy. Then it stops, goes the other way. Then it stops. And then it spins. And all the clothes stick to the side of the drum. Then it starts to fill with water. wackiest washer. Although I did finally find out why it does the hula. Goes one way and stops, goes another way and stops. And then it's the automatic balancer. With all these goddamn computer shit in the washing machine. It's the automatic balancer. Unless your load is like all on one side. It balances it so that when it spins, the drum spins in an even circle, not back and forth, bang, bang, like my old machine. I still hate that machine, but I'm stuck with it. Although I think it's kind of cool with a drawer. Pull the drawer out, pour in the detergent, pour in the fabric soft, close the drawer. Turn the machine on, and it plays you a song. Ding, 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 ding. Then you turn it to what load you want. Ding, ding, ding. Put the laundry in. Close the lid. Hit start. Lid locks. Yep, it's an LG. It's an LG. Wackiest goddamn laundry machine I ever had. Then when the laundry's done, it plays the Bridge over the River Kwai, which I never hear. Yeah, I was talking to Mary because Mary Ann's got, I can't remember. It's not an LG, but the machines are almost identical. And I asked her if her machine does that. And she said it's the automatic load balancer. I go, oh. Although I remember the girl at Homeless Depot telling me, you don't load these machines like you used to. I thought, really? You load in a circle. I thought, what? Yeah, you put an article and then you load in a circle. You don't just dump the shit in. You have to load in a circle. So I'm standing there on a laundry basket, loading a circle, loading a circle, loading a circle. You have to learn how to do laundry all over again. Yeah, load in a circle. Then I'm like, uh-oh, wait a minute. I put 3 socks. Oh, shit. Okay, I'll put 4 here then. And then she told me, like when I'm doing my long sleeve, you put the shirt in and you like wrap the sleeves around the drum. And when I put my blue jeans in, same thing. You put the jeans in and then you put the legs. You don't just load in a circle. And then I stand there. And then once the water starts, then I go upstairs. I'm like, okay, the laundry's going now. And then 50 minutes later, laundry's done. Where before I could do laundry in 22 minutes. Oh, God, park it already. Are you done? Yeah, that machine really pissed me off. Because they don't make them like my old one anymore. Everything's got a fucking computer in it. But I'm finally somewhat used to it. Although now I have to start buying liquid fabric softener. Because you pour it in the drawer. Now, the machine that my buddy's wife has, you pour the whole bottle of detergent in, and you pour the whole bottle of fabric softener in, and it it dispenses just enough every load. And then, like she said, well, she don't do a lot of laundry. About a month and a half later, then it's time to pour another whole bottle of detergent. It's like having a fuel tank on your goddamn washing machine. Yeah, Kathy, that's what scares me about this fucking machine. You know, everything, circuits, computer. Yeah, I remember when my friend Julie was alive. I can't remember what make washer she had. In the span of a year, she had to have 3 fucking circuit boards replaced in her washing machine. I was like, circuit boards? She says, oh yeah, the guy opened the back of the machine up. It looked like a computer. And that's how they get you. The goddamn machine better outlive me. For what I had to pay for it. I'll never forget when I walked into Homeless Depot and I'm wandering around the washing machines. And then the girl, can I help you? I said, yeah, I'm looking for a basic washing machine. Something with a dial. She said, well, these are basic. I said, no, like the one I have at home. You know, I could do a small load of laundry and well, yes, I opened the machine up and I went, they didn't finish building this one. He said, what do you mean? I said, there's no agitator. She says, well, it's got, I said, that hubcap in the bottom with bumps. I said, I want to. Wait, come over here, sir. She opened the lid. Is this what you? Yeah. I said, now, do you have this in a basic machine? She said, well, that's this one. I said, no, I want one where you water setting, high, medium, low, cold, cold, hot, hot, cold, hot. What is this one? She says the machine does it for you. Kathy, I cannot get my goddamn machine to either do cold, cold, or warm, warm, or hot, hot. I push the button and warm, cold. Why? I want warm, warm. You try to adjust it and the fucking machine won't let you do it. I'm pushing, hit start. Now, here's the thing. I could have hot and then cold rinse. Push the button. Close the lid, push start. It cancels it and goes with warm, warm. I still have my old machine in the corner of the basement. And every now and then I take the sheet off of it and I look at the dials. Water setting. I said, oh, you goddamn machine. Actually, my goddamn kid that blew up that thing. Now, Joyce is telling me she can do any kind of water temperature setting she wants. I said, how? I said, I would set mine like if I'm doing whites. I want hot water wash, cold water rinse. You close the lid, you hit start, and it goes warm, warm. I read that goddamn, although that goddamn instruction manual is written in Bulgarian. I'm just, okay, start, do what you want. Wash laundry whatever way you want to wash it, long as it's clean when I get done. I don't care, machine. Do what you want. I hate it. Although a friend of mine told me if I want one of them basic machines, I could go down to Amish country. They still sell them like that down there. I was like, it would almost have been worth the trip. Whirlpool. My old machine was a Whirlpool. I loved that machine. Thank God the Whirlpool, my dryer is still. Oh, Kathy, I'll tell you what, if I had the goddamn dryer to go with that washer, I'd go crazy. Because with my dryer, I could set it the way I want. And when I hit start, it stays that way. And then I could not believe, first of all, the colors. There was a washer, an LG washer and dryer in candy apple red. I was like, is that a special order? She said, no. Candy apple red. I'm like, God, what do you go down with a can of wax and buff your washer out once a month? And then they stack. The dryer was on top of the washer. Of course, they were front load, but yeah, the dryer was on top of the washer, stacked up. You talk about going to a car dealer and getting sticker shock. Go to the appliance department and get sticker shock. Holy shit. That candy apple red LG washer and dryer combination was $3,000 for a washer and dryer. $3,000. And then I looked at some of the refrigerators. Holy Christ. There was a refrigerator. It was like $4,200. Beautiful stainless steel. Had an ice maker that made ice 57 different ways. Chilled water. Flat screen TV in the door. I'm trying to think what else it had in it. Oh, that multi-level cooling. The fruit and vegetable drawers had their own temperatures. The milk area had its own temperature. The the lunch meat drawer had its own temperature. My refrigerator, one temperature. There. Um, One temperature for the freezer. Oh no, this you adjust the temperature for your lunch meat drawer and your fruit and vegetable bins. Yeah, the refrigerator had a flat screen in it, so you could watch TV while you're eating dinner. I could see somebody open the door to get a bottle of pop. Hey, close that! You're screwing up my program. And you download an app on your phone, and the refrigerator has a camera inside. And if you're at the grocery store and you're not sure if you need eggs, you pull up your phone app and you can look in your refrigerator. They call it a grocery list. I look in my refrigerator with a notepad. No, you get to the store and you go, oh, that's it. Do I need eggs? Oh, wait a minute. Let me look in the fridge. Oh, yeah, I need eggs. Oh, and that broccoli looks a little moldy. I better clean the refrigerator out when I get home. Let's see, do I need milk? Oh, I need half and half. Yeah, you look at your goddamn. You can't open your refrigerator before you leave the house with a notepad like normal people? No, you buy a refrigerator with a camera inside of it. So you can stand in the grocery store and go, oh, yeah, I do need eggs. Kathy, I must have spent 2 hours at Homeless Depot because after I bought the washer, I says to the girl, I said, are you busy right now? She went, no. I said, good, show me some of this shit. And she showed me the refrigerator with the app. She said, here, you're looking in that refrigerator over there. I was like, really? She says, well, hold my phone and I'll go open the door. And she opened the door and she waved at me. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And then she said, now wait a minute, we're not done. I said, what do you mean we're not done? She said, well, that dishwasher, that oven, that microwave, that washer, and that dryer all are controlled with an app. I said, what do you mean? Well, I can turn the oven on or turn the oven off. I can start the dishwasher or I can shut the dishwasher off. I can start the laundry. I was like, oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Yeah. You can buy a dishwasher, an oven, a microwave, a washer, and a dryer that are all controlled with an app. You want to preheat the oven to make sure it's ready when you get home. As you're driving down the, do a little distracted driving. Pull up your cell phone and start the oven. I don't need an app. I hate apps. It's like I keep getting email from McDonald's. If I order, if I download the app, my first order, I get free fries and a drink if I order on the app. I don't want an app. I don't like the apps. Yeah, wait a minute. Look at all the apps. I only use two or three. I don't need all them goddamn apps. Let alone download McDonald's or Burger King or something. No! I'm not in that big of a hurry that I need to pre order from McDonald's. Pull up to the drive thru, place my order, pull up to the window, here you go. I don't need to pull up and go, I ordered on the app. Oh, here you go, sir. What did I save? 30 seconds? Out of all them apps, the only one I use, the weather app, which I showed you, and my gas buddy to check fuel prices. And there's one more. I only use the weather app, Fuel Buddy, and what else? Oh, every now and then I have the Roku app. Because if I forget to put, like the other night, my batteries went dead in my remote. I can use my cell phone. I have a remote on my cell phone. So when the battery went dead in my remote, I pulled up my alternate remote. I only use 3 of all these goddamn. I don't even have my goddamn insurance on my. I have a card. When my policy renews, I get the email saying it's renewed, and I click send insurance cards. Sit there, kind of fuck with my phone, cops banging on the window. I need your insurance. No, when he walks up the door, here, proof of insurance, registration, driver's license, right there. Here you go. Yeah, I got Amazon shopping. I have Cash App. I don't use that. I don't know why it's on my phone. Contacts. Okay, that's device help. eBay. Facebook. FM radio. Games. Instagram. Moto Hub, whatever the hell that is. My chart, I don't use my chart on my phone. PayPal, I don't use that on my phone. Oh, the other one I use is the QR code reader. Otherwise, I don't know why all that shit's clogging my phone up. But they come from the factory with 50,000 apps on them. Yeah, I have to admit, when I got my Roku box, I downloaded the app for the remote for my phone. And the other night was the first time I used it. The batteries went dead in the remote. I couldn't change the program I was watching, so I just pulled up my phone and and the cool thing about that app, I could plug in earbuds and listen to the TV in my earbuds instead of using the volume on the TV set. But the rest of them apps, like the Passat's on half a tank. So tomorrow I will look and I will see who has the best gas price, and then I'll go fill up. But otherwise, the rest of that shit clogging up the phone. But like, these young kids nowadays, they got 700 apps on their phone. I got Lyft, I got Uber, I got McDonald's, I got Burger King, I got Rallies, I got Instacart, DoorDouche, we're becoming an extremely lazy society. We're too fucking lazy to do our own grocery shopping, so we pull up an app and we get it a personal shopper to go shop, and then your groceries are delivered. Then we decide, oh, we want lunch. Oh, okay, I'll pull up my McDonald's app, and then Grubhub will deliver it to me. I like to get out and drive my car. I have a friend. What is that grocery service with Amazon? Healthy something. I can't remember what the hell. Whatever. He plugs his grocery list into whatever this shopping thing for Amazon is, and they deliver his groceries to his house. Here you go. He rarely uses his car. The only time he'll use his car is to go to a doctor appointment. Otherwise, he don't go grocery shopping. If he wants fast food, orders it, has it delivered. Now, I could see if you're an invalid, if you're an able bodied person with two arms and two legs, go grocery shop. If you don't like crowds, go early in the morning. Or go to a Walmart supercenter and shop at 2 in the morning. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I couldn't believe it when my buddy says, oh, I don't go grocery shopping anymore. He says, I just order Healthy Fresh or whatever Amazon's food division is. He gives him, he plugs his grocery list in, and he said within an hour, they're ringing his bell. Here you go. Amazon Fresh something, yeah. I said, I'm surprised you make out a grocery list. Next thing it'll be Amazon will come to your house and go, you need cereal. What do you want? Frosted Flakes? Okay. You need eggs? Okay, eggs. Then they go get your groceries, and then they come home and they put them away for you. Here you go. Here are your eggs. Where do you want the cereal? Over here? Okay. That's what it's getting to be. People are going to turn into amoebas. The only time he leaves the house is to go to a doctor appointment. Or maybe to visit his son and see his grandkid if they don't come over to him. He's got a trickle charger on his battery. So the car's in the garage plugged in so the battery stays up. Because maybe he'll drive it 3 times a month. And there's not a damn thing wrong with the guy. Just, well, I'm retired now. I don't have. Let somebody do it for me. That's his attitude. Let somebody do it for me. Well, what if you get your groceries and you go, oh, I don't like the looks of these peppers? Well, asshole, you should have gone and picked them out yourself. Yeah, gets his food delivered or his groceries. If he wants fast food, he gets that delivered. Got a phone full of apps. I could not live that way. Not to mention, I would miss kibitzing with my little cuties at the store. Matter of fact, I got to see cutie number 3 the other day. I haven't seen her in ages. Charlize. Little tiny thing. About 4'9". A little pixie. She thinks it's funny when I tell her, oh, I could put you in my pocket. Stands there and giggles and turns red. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a couple of weeks. I come in the store, I was like, oh, there you are. Are you going to be here for a while? Mm-hmm. I'll be back shortly. I have a short list. Now I get to the register and I said, short list, short cashier. Oh, you're so funny. I said, oh, you're so tiny I could put you in my pocket. Stands there and giggles. She's got the cutest dimples, too. And hair down to her butt. Oh, I love that long brunette hair. All right, Rudy. See you tomorrow. Yeah, I have to get out. Yeah, my morning cutie and my afternoon evening cutie and then my evening cutie. Have to get out and see my cuties. Not to mention get a little exercise. Yeah, he just sits, like a blob all day watching TV. Maybe he'll be on his computer. When it comes time for, groceries, make a list. Yeah, he was showing me the app one day, and on items that you repeat on a regular basis, they're already in the app. When you pull the app up, the detergents, you just click on it. Okay, I need that, I need that, I need that. And then you go fruit section, vegetable section, meat section, chicken, turkey, pork, beef. What do you want? A steak? Orders it all. When the secret shopper gets done, it rings out. He gets the thing on the phone. Approve. Comes right out of his checking account. Your order will be there within 30 minutes. Here's your groceries. Well, aren't you going to put them away for me? Oh, that's extra. I don't have an app for putting groceries away. I'll download it next month. That's what it's getting to. Like I say, it's bad enough self checkout. One of these days you're going to walk in the store, they're going to hand you a box. Here, this paint goes to aisle 47. Put it away before you shop, sir. We're turning into a lazy ass society. Not me. Not me. I like sitting here, making my grocery list, driving up to the store, going in, get my items. Like I told my buddy, doing that and not being physically in the store, like, perfect example, when I went to Mark's the other day, I got some more Hungarian sausage. Italian sausage was on sale, 50 cents off a pound. I was like, holy shit, I'm getting a couple of those. Not to mention in store special. Something that's marked down that isn't going to show on the app. Like the day, they had baby carrots. They were on the ready to rot rack, I call it. 50 cents a bag. I love roasted carrots. There were 6 bags. I bought all 6. I come home. I got out 2 cookie sheets. I put the carrots on, roasted them. You don't see that on the app. Not to mention, I'm sure it's a lot more expensive. you know, you're going through Amazon, not Marks. That's like the other night. I I usually keep a notepad on my end table next to the bed. There was a commercial. I can't remember. It was like they showed this woman had a pack of bacon, and it was all the like miscut or the ends, and she said it was like, a third of the price of what normal bacon is because it's, like she said, it's bacon. And then it showed these buns where the bottoms of the buns had a little divot in them. They didn't bake right. And I can't remember what the name of the app was, but it's all this oddball. And they were showing like she had a head of broccoli, and the one section, the little broccoli didn't grow, but the rest of it was okay. Like Misfit Foods or something like that. I wish I would have had my notepad and wrote it down. I was too lazy to get out of bed. And it said you could save like 60% on your groceries by buying from this app or co-op or something. I would do something like that. I mean, so the bacon ain't perfect. When you get done cooking it, it's bacon. You know what I love, Kathy? Roasted asparagus. I can't afford it, but I love roasted asparagus. I'm an oddball because I even loved asparagus when I was a kid. Roasted carrots, of course, roasted potatoes. Oh, yay. That's about it. Now, every now and then, I will get a taste for turnips. I'll make roasted turnip. Oh, roasted turnips are delicious. But the stores don't have them all the time. If I go in and I see turnips, I'll grab a bunch, bring them home, clean them down, throw them in the. God, roasting vegetables is it's a no-brainer. Yeah, put them in the oven, set the time, done. Oh, when I went to Save a Lot, they were out of spare ribs. I, my luck, because I wanted to do them like you mentioned. Yeah, that's another no-brainer. There ain't nothing to it. But I wanted to try them. I go over and I says to the guy from the meat department, no more spare ribs. He goes, nope, all gone. I was like, damn it. You like them too? I mentioned that, and some people are like, turnips. Ah! Oh, God. When they roast, they melt in your mouth. All right, Ronbo. Have a good one, buddy. Kathy and I are going to talk about roasted vegetables for a little bit. You know, another thing my grandmother used to make? Roasted rutabaga. Now, rutabagas are real hard to find. She used to make them, mash them up, little butter, salt, and pepper. Oh, God. Delicious. But if I see turnips, I snatch them right up. Nothing better than roasted. Although I'll tell you what, any roasted vegetable is really good for you because it retains all the nutrients. When you boil shit, you're pouring the nutrients down the drain. I try to explain that to people. If you're going to do it, either roast them or steam them. Don't boil them like you boil cauliflower. You're pouring all the nutrients down the drain. You can get them down there? Well, yeah, I mean, that's southern type food. The only time we can get them up here is when they're in season. Otherwise, the stores don't order them in. But roasted turnips, oh God, I love them. Sometime what I'll do, I'll roast some carrots and I'll roast some turnips and then I mash them all together. Put a little butter, salt, and pepper. Ooh, outstanding. Another thing I thoroughly love, steamed Brussels sprouts. I could eat them by the bucketful. I put them in my rice steamer because it's got a little steaming tray in the bottom. I'll put the water in, put the Brussels sprouts in, hit the button. Perfect. My kid thinking like, what are you eating? Brussels sprouts. Blah! It's it's food I grew up on. You know, like my grandmother said, back during the Depression, a lot of times you couldn't get potatoes. So you substituted with turnips. I loved all that shit. I told you about the time I grew Brussels sprouts, I had four big plants. Oh God, they were like 5 foot tall. Pickled? No. Oh, that sounds tasty. I like anything pickled. And I was gauging the Brussels sprouts, and I was like, oh, they need another day or two. And I come out the next morning, and the raccoons ate every one of my Brussels sprouts, stripped the plants bare. Oh, I was so goddamn pissed off. I looked at them and went, oh, I'll give them another day or two. And I was watering them. I come out the next morning to water the garden, and it was one big stick. Not a Brussels sprout to be found. Because Brussels sprouts grow crazy. One big, like, stick comes up in the middle, and then they all pop off that stick. Well, I had beautiful Brussels sprouts. Obviously, the raccoons loved the shit out of them. And the reason I knew it was back the raccoons because they left all their little footprints in my garden. But stripped them bare. There was not one fucking Brussels sprout on 4 plants. I was so pissed off. Yeah, I was watering them going, oh, another day or two. Nope. Next morning, gone. Do you have a recipe for pickling Brussels sprouts? If you do, email it to me. It sounds delicious. Because I love anything pickled. But I never heard of pickled Brussels sprouts. Sounds tasty. You and I are kind of cut from the same mold. We enjoy a lot of the same foods, although I'm sure you grew up on them. Oh, really? Oh, although they are hilarious to watch, especially when they're eating. They will dip it in the water, in the water. Their little paws. Yeah, we got 4 of them. I see them all the time. If it wasn't that the damn gun was so loud and but if you can I'm not in a rush, but if you come across the recipe to pickle Brussels sprouts, I'm game to try them. I'm up for trying anything once. Like the ribs. I can't wait till somebody has ribs on sale so that I can bring them home, throw them in the freezer, and then 2 cookie sheets. Well, you gotta season them. Now, when do you sauce the ribs right away, or do you sauce them at the end? Well, I guess I'll have to look at the dollar store for that. Well, that's easy enough. Get the dill pickle mix, follow the directions. But when do you sauce the ribs? When you put them on the pan or when they're done? Like put the sauce on them and take the top off and for a little bit. Because I'm going to try it at the end. Okay, got it. When I pick up a rack, I'll have you remind me, and then I'm going to try it. Especially if they come out falling off the bone tender. It's seasonal, okay. Well, I wonder if you can order online. Sometime you can order that stuff direct. I'm trying to think what the hell I ordered. Oh, there was something. I can't remember what it was. And it was seasonal in the store. And then I was able to go online and order it direct. A lot of these places will sell direct to you. They're making money off you. Well, tonight I have one nice good sized piece of Hungarian sausage, and then I had 2 of those hot Slovenian sausages left over. I threw everything in the sauerkraut. So tonight it's a mixture. Piece of Hungarian sausage and 2 nice big pieces of Slovenian hot. I'm going to have a feast tonight. I think it's time to call it a night. What do you say? We know where, right here. All right, Kathy, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thanks for hanging in there. Everybody else bailed. And we will meet again tomorrow night. Have a good evening. Chat with you tomorrow. See ya.